Democracy, a word we associate with ancient Athens and philosophers. But what if history's most revolutionary idea didn't start in Greece? What if earlier a sprawling empire in the heart of Persia planted seeds of self-governance? And how would our world look today if democracy wore a Persian crown? Let's rewind to 550 BCE. Cyrus the Great has forged the Persian Empire, from the Indus to the Aegean. Known for tolerance and genius, Persia's rulers pioneered human rights with the Cyrus cylinder. But what if they took it further? What if Cyrus's successors transformed his egalitarian ideals into a system where citizens, not kings, held power? Imagine a council of elected representatives in Persepolis debating laws Ahura Mazda. Persian democracy wouldn't mirror Athens' system. Instead, it might blend Zoroastrian principles of moral choice with bureaucracy. Local satraps, already governing provinces, could evolve into regional delegates. Trade routes like the Royal Road would spread this idea, a multi-ethnic empire thriving on collective decision-making. The effect? Neighboring civilizations take note. Greek city-states, fragmented by warfare, encounter Persian envoys preaching citizen participation. Philosophers like Herodotus, who admired Persia, might frame democracy as a concept. Even Egypt and Babylon could experiment with advisory councils. By 500 BCE, the Mediterranean world buzzes with competing governance models, Persian inclusivity versus Greek exclusivity. Without Athens monopolizing democracy's legacy, history's spotlight shifts. Persian-funded academies in Susa rival Plato's academy. Scientists and poets, funded by imperial coffers, advance mathematics and literature without the shadow of constant war. Meanwhile, Athens remains minor, its naval ambitions checked by a stronger Persia. But the real twist? A democratic Persia might avoid pitfalls of Greek democracy. Athenian voting excluded women, foreigners, and slaves, flaws baked into its foundation. Persian culture, already valuing diverse voices, could extend suffrage to merchants, artisans, and religious minorities. Imagine a version of democracy that isn't just for the elite, but for the masses, centuries before Magna Carta. Fast forward to Alexander's era. A democratic Persia isn't a brittle autocracy waiting to collapse. When Alexander marches east, he faces a united federation of provinces with a stake in survival. No easy conquest, no Hellenistic empire. Instead, a negotiated fusion of Greek and Persian ideas creates a hybrid superpower straddling continents. The dominoes keep falling. Without Rome needing to fill a power vacuum, Europe's tribal networks mature differently. Silk Road exchanges accelerate, spreading Persian democratic concepts to India and China. By the Middle Ages, Eurasian nations might develop parliaments and senates independently. No need to rediscover democracy through dusty Greek texts. Today's map could look unrecognizable. The US Constitution, inspired by Greco-Roman ideals, might instead draw from Persian precedents of federalism and pluralism. Colonialism falters as Asian and African nations, rooted in ancient democratic traditions, resist European domination. The term Western democracy never exists because democracy was never solely the West's idea. Of course, this isn't just about bragging rights for history books. It's about questioning assumptions. What if democracy wasn't a European invention but a human one? What if its roots lie not in small city-states but in diverse empires? Persia's unrealized democratic experiment reminds us that history isn't fixed. It's a tapestry of choices, accidents, and roads not taken. So would a Persian democracy have survived? Or would power-hungry kings have crushed it? Could the world handle two versions of democracy clashing 2,500 years ago?
This is Bytes of Goats, where we don't just talk about history, we learn from it. See you in the next one.